have no place. The kids walk to school, they walk right through it. I got, we talked about that too, but it needs to be addressed sometime too. But, I just think if it doesn't work, let's not do it, pour concrete over concrete anymore. Fix it right and do it right the first time. And
well, the thing that's screwy about Business Highway 75, and I think it's been mentioned before, we've done about 5 or 6 of the PCC overlay projects in town, okay, and haven't had an issue with them. This is the first one that we've had an issue with. And so that's why it's so perplexing on why this happened this way. I mean, because we've done them, and
they
they're still
work.
working fine
work.
today.
But you also need to understand that you're gonna take the stretch of 12th Street that you're talking about, and if that would have been a complete removal, the cost would have been, what, 5 times, 4 times? I mean, we have to watch costs too.
right.
And also, in both of these, what traffic is using these streets? That if it's just our cars, that's one thing. You got trucks pounding up and down them, you got grain trailers, you got everything pounding up. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, Nick.
Well, I talked to Mr. Jerome Dreckman. He said they poured Highway 75 after it was there. They poured concrete over it wider, and that's where it's cracking, where it's wider.
Sure.
And that's kind of another thing.
Probably a legitimate analogy of some sort.
Well, I don't know, the project that resulted in what we see today, we didn't make the road wider.
Not extra.
We didn't make it wider. The curbs stayed where they were. So I don't know what Jerome's talking about.
Huh. Okay. Another one, this hotel motel thing I got a question about. Like, the 2% you guys are raising, that money's gonna go to like the hometown Christmas.
The Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, the Heritage Foundation.
I think there's a limit to, the limit's 200,000, isn't it? I mean, the whole 2% doesn't automatically.
No, the additional 2% goes to hometown heritage, not all 7%.
Right, absolutely.
Right, but the additional 2%, yes.
But I thought there was a limit on it.
Mark, I don't recall.
Wasn't there a
that being
ceiling
the
on
case.
that?
I think it was just 2%.
Yeah.
Just, okay, keep going, Nick.
So that was that money, instead of like going to the fire station, it's gonna go to the hometown Christmas or something like that. And
To the Heritage
Well, you
Foundation.
can't use
Yeah,
It's hotel motel tax, just like most other sorts of special taxes, like
for certain.
local option sales tax, they can only be used for certain types of projects. And my understanding is hotel motel cannot be used for anything other than, I don't know, Jason, maybe you can give a better definition of exactly what it can be or can't be, but to use it for a fire station, I don't think you could.
Convention, tourism.
you can't build streets with it,
Yeah.
Right.
okay?
Things that put heads in beds.
Right.
Right.
Conventions,
Now,
tourism.
the one thing that, Nick, is you keep pointing out hometown Christmas, that is one of 10,
Well,
15 different areas. So yes, it would help that,
yeah.
but it would also help bringing back the one your dad wants. I mean, which I'm very in favor of. They're looking at doing that. Ice cream days, big events for Lamar.
So essentially there's going to be 2 events as it stands right now that Hometown Heritage Foundation will manage. Okay, ice cream days and hometown Christmas. The Heritage Foundation is also going to be promoting our community and driving additional tourism. So as examples, the Browns and their shows, the ice cream parlor, perhaps promoting alley art, the fair is a possibility. I mean, it will be an arm that will drive tourism, which creates sales tax, hotel motel tax, but it also creates sales tax, local option sales tax included, and which half of our park improvements are being paid for using local option sales tax. So this hotel motel tax, raising it from 5 to 7, does not affect anyone other than people who are staying in our hotels.
Like my family and people that come to town.
Mine as well.
Yeah.
And
Like
we
I
were
pay
one.
when I go to Des Moines.
We were one of 14 out of over 200 communities in the state that have a hotel motel tax that don't have it at 7%. 7% is the maximum allowed by law. We're at 5, and we are one of only 14 communities in the state, out of over 200 that have it, that don't charge that 7%.
But to get to this home or hotel, motel or tourism industry, we had to spend $65,000 just for a survey or a council. The people of Lee Mars paid that to get these people to come from Sioux Falls or whatever to.
Are you talking a housing study or what?
No, I'm talking about
I think,
tourism study.
Mark, can you
tourism
answer
study.
that? Mark, can you answer
tried
that?
to-
There was some, but I know that there was in Mark, yeah, you'll have to
There's
refresh me, but there
$35,000
was a
for
certain
motel and
amount that was
hotel.
paid for by private funds, but I can't remember exactly
Yeah,
this.
the council approved to pay half of the 65,000.
And the other half of it-
37,500 is what?
Okay,
the city-
yeah, I wasn't sure any numbers, so,
All right, well,
but,
I guess that's,
okay.
I mean, I don't know. Just kind of concerned, you know, it seems like we're spending a lot of money, but.
Well, look, again, I hear a lot of this talk too, but let's just use the Highway 75 project as an example, if it goes forward. Okay, that's gonna be paid for using tax increment financing funds and/or road use tax funds, correct? Okay, so that's not coming out of property taxes. The betterment, parks improvements paid for $5.5 million out of local option sales tax, which is already in place. You're already paying it. If you bought anything today locally, thank you for contributing to our parks. The other half is being raised privately. Okay. Again, will not affect property taxes until maintenance, mowing, and so on and so forth. Okay. So every time you hear us, we're spending too much money, there are specific revenue streams that we can use to pay for those that are not from property taxes. Okay? So, you know, I completely understand the idea that we're spending like crazy. I understand that concern, absolutely. But it's also not necessarily everything is being paid for by property taxes. So I think that assumption is there, and it's mostly, it's a lot of times it's not factually correct.
Right.
I mean, for instance, you know, all borrowing that the city does is not paid for necessarily by property taxes.
Right.
The bonding for our water and our wastewater treatment will not.
But it's an increase in people that live here.
But if you don't want to pay as much in water, then take a shorter shower. I mean, I don't mean to be glib, but I mean, I'm just saying, it's a user tax.
Don't do that, Nick.
No,
Don't cut back on your showers.
No. I spend plenty on it.
No, but.
When you have a toilet leak and you have a $700 water bill, which I got proof of, for a toilet that leaked in 1 month, that's ridiculous.
Right, but
And
if
when
we
you
had
have-
28 toilet leaks, and I believe it or not, you're not the only one that has that.
Right.
I have a good friend that lived in Kansas City. He went away for a weekend. He came home to a $700 bill. That's not unique to Lamar's, but he is absolutely right. When you listen to, and Bill, I was going to actually talk to you about this, but the bottom line is yes on our water, but that's a user rate. It does not affect your property taxes one bit. It's a user rate. So when you use a gallon of water, you pay for a gallon of water and a gallon of sewer. That's factual.
Are we paying the same amount as a rate as our corporations are? Because they're the ones using what, 80%
To be
of our
honest
water?
with you, okay, let's talk water for just a
Yeah.
second. I was gonna call
And
Bill
sewer.
later and explain this, but, so let's take water alone. Everybody pays the same amount. Now, those amounts are different, because if I'm using 1,000,000 gallons of water, I have a different rate, because if I have a different rate than the residential guy. I can't remember, I think we have 3 or 4 tiers of water rate, okay? They are different rates, but every gallon that Wells Blue Bunny uses, they're paying for. Every gallon. At the same rates that they've been paying over the last 12 years since I've been on that committee. So it's the exact same rate. That, I'm just gonna assure you, but that's not coming out of the property tax budget. That's coming out of the money you and your wife pay and me and my wife pay every month to the city for our water, okay? So that's what a lot of people don't understand when they talk property taxes, that there's basically 3 buckets of money. For every property tax dollar you pay, there's 3 buckets of money. One for the school, one for the city, and one for the county. And the money's That's your property tax. That's what we work with in a budget, okay? But when you talk water, it's totally different. Hotel, motel, local option, those are tax dollars that are collected. You're paying them everywhere else. Sioux Center, Des Moines, Davenport, Boise. You're paying a property tax. You're paying a...
Utility bill is what it is. It's not a water bill, it's a utility bill, because you got your sewer, trash,
Okay.
Well,
and
but
water.
they're separate.
But yeah.
They're separate. I mean, there's a water,
Yeah.
there's a water component and there's a wastewater component to that bill.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Do you have anything else you want us to talk on? I don't want to cut you short, but there is supposed to be
Well,
a
I got
time.
plenty.
There is supposed to be a time.
I got plenty,
for
but we'll
audience
talk later.
participation.
All right.
thanks, Nick.
And if you look, I'm just gonna make one more comment. I mean, if you look at when the council packets come out, and these are put together, I try to put, under the financial part, how we're gonna pay for the project. So, whether it's a storm sewer fund in reference to the 18th Street drainage repair project that council
Road
just
use.
approved,
Road use, whatever.
I try to put the funding source in there so everybody knows where that money's coming from, so. I don't think I've ever written down, we're gonna pay this by raising taxes. I don't think I've ever done that.
I think one, no, I'm, you're
So,
right.
Anyone else want to speak for our general discussion?
Excellent.
Seeing no one approach, we have any thumbs up? Brad?
I do not today. I'm sure that I will echo things that our other councilmen offer, but I don't today.
Brian?
I can't think of anything right now.
Clark?
I've got 12. No, I just,
I echo all of them.
I got a few. First of all, I would really want to thank Calvin Quaker. I was driving by the Veterans Memorial Park, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Calvin was out there walking back and forth with his water bucket. And I know there are others. I think his brother puts some time in there. I think his wife puts time in there. We have a really nice park, and it's nice to see citizens take real pride in that stuff. And I think a lot of times, Kurt Strathman, Foster Park, people, it's really nice to see citizens take some pride in those areas. So just a thumbs up to those citizens, and especially Cal. We talked for a while and he just had a good visit. The next one was everyone who's running for office. I really want to give you a thumbs up. Takes guts, takes some courage. This isn't always very fun, I'll tell you right now. But it takes courage, and there are no winners and losers. That's something I think a lot of people can't get by when they run for office. Somebody's not going to get the seat, but you're not a loser. You did your job, you cared enough to want that job. I hope everybody questions their motives for running, but I sincerely want to give a thumbs up there. And then today, Bill, I really applaud. That's how you stay on top of city stuff. As you come, you stay involved, you read the Sentinel, believe half of it, and then get the real truth by calling your council people. You know, we have a ward system here, but I've had many calls over the last 12 years, people calling and saying, I know you don't represent me, but blah, 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 blah. And I say, you know what, just get rid of that whole ward idea, because we're small enough. We don't have the south side or the north side or the west side. We have Lamar's, okay? So thumbs up to people that come and talk at these meetings. It can be difficult, but also feel free to reach out to anybody. So that's it. Thank you.
Mark, anything?
No, thank you.
All right. I'll just give thumbs up to our our elderly care facility places in the community. I've visited, I've had too many people that I know and that I love in there, and I visit quite often, and I'm just awed by the care that they do receive and how they are appreciated and are great residences, and take more time to go visit those people. They're good people, so. Moving on, consent items. All items listed under consent agenda will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on those items unless a request is made prior to the time the council votes on the motion. Today we have 4. the approval of October 7, 2025 regular meeting minutes, and the October 6, 2025 special meeting minutes. List of bills for period ending 10/17/25, the monthly financial statement for September 2025, and a request to close streets for Christmas in hometown Lamar's. Any questions on any of those? The hometown and Lamar, same streets closed off as in the past, I assume.
Motion to adopt consent items 1 through 4.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Sorry.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Moving on to action items. Action item 1, the Floyd Valley Apartments rezoning. At the October 7, 2025 meeting, council approved the first reading regarding the rezoning of the Floyd Valley Apartments located at 110 6th Avenue Northeast from R1 residential single family to R2 residential multifamily. Their administration recommends council approval. Any more questions for the Floyd Valley apartment rezoning?
I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance 999, amending zoning districts for Floyd Valley Apartments from R1 to R2.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Pick,
Yes.
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes,
Goodchild,
Yes.
Bruns.
Yes.
motion carried.
Motion to waive the third reading of ordinance 999, amending zoning districts for Floyd Valley Apartments from R1 to R2.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? May I have a roll call, please?
Wick,
Yes,
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Goodchild,
Yep.
Pick,
Yes.
Bruns.
Yes.
motion carried, thank you.
Motion to adopt ordinance 999, amending zoning districts for Floyd Valley Apartments from R1 to R2 on its second reading.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Yes. Second. Sorry.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? May I have a roll call, please?
Sturgeon,
Yes.
Wick,
Yes,
Goodchild,
Yes.
Pick,
Yes.
Bruns.
Yes.
motion carried. Thank you. Moving on. Item 2, wastewater industrial pretreatment facility project award of contract. The council set this as a date to consider the bids for the wastewater industrial pretreatment facility project. A total of 6 bids were received and opened on October 9th, 2025 at 1 p.m. Bid results are attached. The city administrator recommends that council table the award of the project to November 4th, 2025 council meeting. Moulton and Mank and staff would like time to verify the bids and to meet with the industries. The financial impact for this project was $34,760,000. Jason?
Okay, you can see those bids there. So the low bid was just over 30 million, so 5 of the 6 came under the estimate. And yes, recommending to table it for those reasons. A lot of the verification of the bids is already done. But we're still gonna have conversations on that. But we do have a meeting with one of the industries coming up this Friday. They've both been given this information. I mean, because they are the ones, if you all remember that, it's those 2 industries that are funding this phase of the project. So they both have this information, the results. I mentioned we're meeting on Friday, so that's why I would like to table it to at least have that discussion with at least those 2. And like we said, when we put it out for bid, we were gonna hold them. We have the ability to hold them for 61 days anyway. So
That
Right.
puts us into December, is that correct? Just
Yeah,
to-
we would have had to have it on in December 2nd, it's December 2nd council meeting.
That's
our
the
last.
drop dead date, the bids.
Yeah,
And- okay.
yeah, so all I'm asking is just to put it off for one council meeting.
So just in terms of what verification has been done so far, I mean, these 5 of the 6 came in under the expected project cost. Are you pretty satisfied that you think they're gonna, what we have here is gonna be pretty close to what the numbers are gonna be? I mean, we're looking about $4.5 million less, so that's,
Oh, they will be the numbers, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so all those numbers are already
Well,
checked out. The
they're
numbers,
still
the
verified.
numbers are what the numbers are.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a matter of,
Well, that's great, I mean, if
it's just a matter of the background stuff of the contractors, have they done this before, this larger projects, who are their subcontractors, all that type of stuff is being done, yeah.
So again, the good news is that it looks like that project is gonna come in under what the estimated project cost was going to be,
Yeah.
so that's a good thing.
As did our RO.
Yeah, exactly.
Our RO came in 7 million less.
If you notice, the second low, that is the contractor that is doing our RO project, so.
I would move to table the award of the wastewater industrial pretreatment facility project to the November 4th, 2025 council meeting.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carried. Moving on, item 3, Dogwood 5 Addition Development Agreement. Attached is the development agreement with Dogwood Properties for the Dogwood 5th Edition infrastructure. The project is currently nearing completion. At the May 6, 2025 meeting, council agreed to pay 50% of the concrete paving within the subdivision due to property on the south side of 20th Street Southeast becoming a city park. The development agreement presented at that time has been amended to include the paving. The administration recommends council approve the development agreement. City costs for infrastructure will be approximately $415,144.75.
And that's for everything, not just the paving, right?
What's that?
That's everything, not just the paving.
Correct. Correct. And if you noticed in your list of bills today, we